about this. What Putin does, he just waves his nuclear rattle and he terrifies people. But every red line that he set has been crossed. He said, if you give them tanks, that will be a red line for me. We did. He didn't do anything. He said, if you give them aircraft, air fighter jets, that's a red line. We crossed that red line. Nothing happened. And so on. There is no evidence that he means any of his saber rattling about nuclear weapons, because he knows the moment he uses a nuclear weapon, he's dead and Russia's vaporized. That's a reality. And I don't know why we allow ourselves to be held ransom by this monstrous dictator who just thinks that a nuclear deterrent means he can just go, I'm going to nuke you if you don't let me do what I want. That, to me, is immoral.
So first of all, I want to get your view, because the immoral aspect is very important to me. Why do you argue it is immoral to continue to support weapons to Ukraine?
Well, as you and I have both argued, in fact, together at the Council on Foreign Relations earlier this year, the Ukrainians are doomed to lose the war. And it makes eminently good sense, given that fact, to settle the war as quickly as possible so that we can minimize the number of Ukrainians who are killed and make sure that the Ukrainians keep as much of their territory as possible. It just seems to me that from a moral point of view, and I'm sure you agree with me on this, what we want to do is minimize the killing of Ukrainians. We want to minimize the killing of Russians as well. And let's put an end to this war. Piers's argument is that what we should do is continue to fight. And in effect, as I said, fight to the last Ukrainian.
Well, you know, what's interesting, you said it, he said it. He actually said, and I wish I had clipped that part of it out. He said, yes, even if we go to the very last man, we should continue to give it on. And I wanted to scream into the camera that, wait a minute, you're going to enable them to all die? I mean, what sense does that make? But that seems to have been lost on him. But
yeah. So, I mean, he believes that's the morally correct thing to do. I guess, you know, you could make that argument. It doesn't convince me.
It's morally right for them all to die.
I mean,
don't see how that works. But anyway, I want to